I want to paint the scene this Halloween right now.
Holy shit.
You have a notorious yellow lamp in here.
Yes.
You took a big swig of this, I'm not going to say the brand name of water, but...
Oh no, it like pit.
It looks like a pee-pee bottle.
Not a pee-pee.
Yeah.
A pee-pee. Oh!
Happy Halloween.
Fuck!
It doesn't matter anymore.
You know, Chris, I hate goddamn technology.
Like your yellow light?
No, that's great technology that keeps the bugs out, along with this fantastic Zevo plugin. But no, I'm talking about the...
Wait, Zevo plugin?
It's not plugged in right now, which is not... Well, it is plugged in, but the other end isn't. Look at all
I thought
the
you
bugs.
pointed to like the stone... What is that hanging from the ceiling right there?
Oh, that's a fly strip. What do you think it was?
I thought
a
it was
snake?
like a rock or something. Like
No, of crack?
no. Like
You calling me crack?
sailor's tip, a little trick my father taught me.
Oh,
To
Johnny boy.
to keep your propeller from rusting, you hang like a piece of zinc next to it underwater, and the I guess it like oxidizes differently and like keeps it away from the metal.
So where do you store your zinc?
Oh, well, in like little pills.
Okay, little blue pills.
Little blue pills.
Little blue pills. Sorry, I brought back old Vic Berger's Cernovich vid the other day, and I couldn't get enough of it.
Gorilla Mind.
And Gorilla Mind. And of course, Chris automatically clipped the smiling ape that got zoomed in on. It's just one of those moments where...
It's 2015 again.
Yes, but when you see that, you just know the editor they got the assignment. They knew, I have to zoom in on this. It's too perfect. But no, I've got a bunch of old rustic technology. I've got a preamp that predates this channel. In fact, it was used on another.
Yeah.
And has been...
No, we're all about that. I got disposable cameras today.
We're analog as shit, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, we're analog as fuck.
I think disposable cameras get kind of a bad rap, man. They're pretty awesome.
You know, you mentioned disposable cameras.
As he digs in the trash.
I've got this
You've
old
got the
boy.
it's a Fujifilm.
I've got this old boy from, gosh.
Is it used up?
Oh, it's used up, but it's got a date on it. I don't know if that's the expiration date, but it says 2016-03. This actually was used when I went back to my former college for the first time after quite some time and hit up all the haunts. And I've never gotten it developed. And I know
to take it back to Chicago and develop it?
film goes bad, right? Like undeveloped?
I mean, expired film has a different look sometimes. It can. But
Won't
people
it just be all white or something?
No, people purposefully buy expired film to shoot on.
Well, Chris, you might find a photo of my penis on here, so here you go.
It's not going to be my problem. It's going to be the lab problem.
There you go.
So,
but yeah, I don't know. It's funny you...
I might drop them off separately just in case.
It's
Under
funny.
a pseudonym.
And I didn't plan this to be part of the show. And Chris just happened to bring these disposable cameras as a nice little piece of, could you call it funky antiquity?
I mean, a little bit.
You know?
I mean, I shoot film regularly, but the thing is, like, we're such night owls, especially when I'm here, that I feel like we need a flash, and I don't have a flash for my actual camera.
Oh. So. Can you install one?
Yeah, you can.
A big old bulb on it.
Yeah, like a
little flash. With all the smoke coming out.
No, but I think that's just the easiest route to go. So,
is this... It is fun, but is this as strange of a hobby as VHS enthusiasm?
That's weirder, yeah. But it's of the same vein because, like, yeah, your phone is technically better at shooting photos, right? Like, it's going to capture more data and it'll look crisp and clear, but, like, there's a character missing.
There's a lack of soul in digital photography.
Yeah.
I feel like, whether it's from a phone or God help you if you have an old school digital camera.
Yeah. I don't even know if I'd go that far. It's just a different texture, is all. And that's the same... I've probably said it on recording before. It's why, like... you should get either a 4K Blu-ray or a VHS. A DVD, there's no point. It's muddy. It's like, you should either shoot with a great camera or a film camera that has character.
Well, it's funny you mentioned DVD, because we've got this...
Mimi. Oh, sorry.
We've got this fucking... We'll get it out later tonight. We've got this 4K, whatchamacallit, OLED TV downstairs, make of LG, already thinking about Brule, make of, and it does upscaling for DVD.
Does it?
Which I did not know was a thing. It tries.
Yeah.
I think it
Does
might
it
even
make everything look a little blurry, though, or what?
It's a little blurry, but it kind of comes in and out. But, I mean, okay, so my dad, for whatever reason, I guess, more than likely because it reminds him of his youth, he's obsessed with this terrible, it's not terrible, but just the most mediocre, not made for TV, but kind of feels like a made for TV movie ever, called Eddie and the Cruisers. Have you ever heard of this?
I've never heard of this.
It's just sort of, it's a musical, but not like, it's like a rock and roll musical, but like all the performances are actually on a stage, so there's just a lot of that. It's not like people are dancing and singing, you know, but it's about a rock star who kind of sounds like a watered down Bruce Springsteen to me, which is just great. And it's just like his brief rise to fame, and then he like basically fakes his own death and disappears.
Okay.
And my dad had this fucking DVD of it, and I was like, look, I bet I can find this on streaming, and it's going to be in better quality. Somebody's going to have done a little work on it, God forbid, maybe even a remaster. And he was like, no, don't do that. It's just a waste of time. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So we stick it in, and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like,
super crisp.
Not only that, it's one he burned to a DVD-R. From God knows where that he downloaded probably on LimeWire in like 2002 or some shit. I was floored. I mean, obviously...
There's a still frame in that movie somewhere of a dog shitting, I bet.
What?
It's LimeWire. You never know.
Oh, true. Damn, you remember
like
more about LimeWire.
The Fight Club thing. Where they
with a little bit of porn in there.
Yeah.
You know?
Makes a kid cry.
Or just causes that little bit of uncertainty like an Exorcist. Yeah. You know, I just wonder what theater audiences thought when they saw The Exorcist back in God. When did that movie come out?
My
71?
parents saw it. Yeah.
Gosh.
Was it 70? I thought it was 77.
I don't know. It's all over for me. It could be in a year.
Could be thinking of Godfather.
I might be.
But I'm pretty sure my parents saw it in theater. So, but yeah, it was like a cultural phenomenon.
I've seen those little flashes of Pazuzu who just looks like a Joker.
Oh, it's not even a single frame. It's like 2 frames.
Yeah, and I read all this stuff about back in the day. Like
a sense of dread.
Just like these subliminal images. Yeah. It's like, it's really obvious and it's on the screen for a long time. You guys are not remembering this correctly.
It's not one frame.
Yeah.
It's a couple.
And, gosh. Really good movie, I think. But, I don't know. Okay, I'm meandering.
You know what makes it a good movie, though? It's not shot, well, obviously, because horror tropes have... it's like recursive at this point. It has gone so far in one direction, and it's all about jump scares. But that movie is shot like a drama. Story
true.
Like a drama.
There are a lot of very dramatic things.
Look, you know.
Well, it does get there.
Well, it does, but that's not the point of it, right? Like those aren't.
Your mother's 6 cocks in hell. So fun.
That is
pea
cool.
soup. I don't know. It's
not a fun house, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Which is what a lot of horror.
Will that be what Welcome to Derry will be? We're gonna watch it.
I don't care either way, dude. I'm not like invested in it enough to be like heartbroken. So
see, like. I've gotten to the point where, as I've gotten older, I'm about to turn 33 next month, and...
That's so crazy.
I have lost so much of my, I'm too good for this. Or, I can't be watching this garbage, this trash. I need sophisticated horror.
Isn't that a weird thing about getting older, is like you're less picky in a way? Not picky, but like kind of let your guard down a little bit for like less refined stuff.
It's not just that, it's that you've accepted that these movies have a space.
Yes.
And if you just don't think too hard about it, can probably get something out of it.
Yeah, because that's like, I think when I was in my early 20s, I just wanted like the stuffiest high art stuff possible to basically show off and be in my own little world.
That's how I started to get shit during my adolescence, practically.
Yeah.
Once I got through my anime phase in 10th grade, I was just I'm going to be a film buff.
Right.
You know, and it didn't help that Nick was that way too. And yeah, I've humbled myself a good bit because what am I trying to prove? oh, am I going to go on Twitter X and give my 10-tweet review of something like I used to all the time?
Who cares?
How many years has it been? I think the last thing I talked about was Uzumaki, the anime adaptation that actually, in retrospect, is much worse than I remembered. I rewatched it.
Yeah, it's not...
The first episode's great.
Yeah.
And they sort of realize things from the manga in the last few, like, scenes when they're down in the city.
It's a weird production.
Yeah, well, I mean, they switched studios, which caused endless chaos for the animation. And, yeah, it is really funny seeing some of those, like, Invincible-style sliding PNGs, like whatever that scene was. I think it was the second episode, maybe third, when they were on the beach.
Yeah.
And someone was running to save someone, and they just slide
Clearly
down.
the walk cycle is not, like, a part of the actual, like, motion.
Which I guess you could get away with back in the day, but I have to stop all the TV talk. We're already moving way too fast. We're in every different direction at once. It's insane.
Okay.
You know, talking to a guy with ADHD who does not take medication. Ooh. But, I have news! We have a news segment tonight.
Okay.
Brief, but worthwhile.
Right.
Now,
I'm like the pundit. I'm supposed to, like, bounce it off of you?
yes.
Okay.
I'm going to pull up an image from noted children's author R.L. Stine.
Okay.
And you probably can't read it from here. It's his Twitter bio.
I see that, yeah.
And what does it say here?
My job, to terrify kids.
Okay. So that's sort of been his little tagline for most of his career.
Poorly cropped header.
Oh yeah, the header is great. That is phenomenal. I'll include that in the final product of this podcast. But I need to play something from early last year from Mr. Stine that I found very disturbing and says a lot about his moral compass.
Okay.
This does not have anything to do with the ongoing Israel-Gaza crisis.
I was about to fucking say that. The jovial Bob Stein on Israel.
I hate it when parents say, your book gave my kid nightmares, or I had nightmares. I hate that. They're supposed to just get the deep shudders. Right? Right? They're not. I don't really want to terrify kids. The whole idea is to get them reading. That's really the whole point.
Now let me give Bob a little benefit of the doubt.
Man,
it could be
scandalous.
It could be a little poking fun at the person who implied.
I know.
That's his whole role.
But I remember him saying this shit when I was a child.
Yeah.
This has given me a whole identity crisis.
The willies.
The willies, the winnies.
The meats?
I have also consumed all of the original Goosebumps TV series from the 90s in the last month.
I thought you were going to say in the last 33 years.
Well, yes, but it's a tradition of mine, and I don't know, was there ever like just a terrible, crappy show you liked when you were young that now that you're an adult, you can't justify it, but you still like it?
I'm such the wrong person to ask this because, like I've said before a few times...
You didn't watch TV?
I haven't put this to podcast, I don't think, but when I was about 11, maybe, I really stopped watching cartoons. I just would, like, fall asleep to fucking SportsCenter.
My God.
Yeah.
These are when the dark times began. But that's why,
like, Courage the Cowardly Dog and Ed, Edd n Eddy and, like, early SpongeBob is still very near and dear to me because that's when I was, like, 9 to 11-ish.
Very formative years.
Yeah. But, like, I didn't watch some of the later Cartoon Network stuff. Like, I'm trying to think of some. Like...
Codename Kids Next Door.
Foster's Home for
Imaginary Children.
Like,
Flapjack.
By the time that came out, and, like, Camp Lazlo, stuff like that,
I didn't like Camp Lazlo.
I was just, like, moved on. I had moved on from that. And, like, Danny Phantom. Like, this was, like, I'm too old for this already. And I was, like, 11. But that, I don't know.
I have never let go of my childhood because I grapple with adulthood greatly. Do you ever?
Of course.
I mean, you're a much more independent person than I am.
I don't like it when the boys in the chat start talking about their back hurting. It gets me twisted up, man. That's why, like, they started talking about their back hurting, and I just texted them, "Are you okay?"
Well, I hate to say it, but you didn't just turn 30, but recently, you joined the club.
Don't we? Well, not everybody.
How does it? Well, Kurt Cobain missed out.
It's an interesting topic, honestly.
It's a real turning point.
I think, well, it's weird. So when I turned, like, 22, I was like, I'm getting old.
Oh, I remember
I
that.
shaved my beard that day. I was like, I gotta look young.
I really need to.
But I think for the last 2 years, maybe, I was like, I don't want to turn 30. I can't turn 30. There's no way I'm going to be 30, right? I don't know if you felt the exact same thing, but the day came, and you know what?
You didn't feel any different?
I don't feel any different. I still feel like, well, I think maybe people our age that went through COVID when we did, I feel like I'm 25. I just feel like stuck at 25. Like, I feel like a boy.
Other than the ongoing sense of taste or smell, is it taste too?
Oh, I just mean the
thing?
COVID era.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely think I had COVID last year, and I had like chronic sinusitis because of it.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I only had it once that I knew of, or was symptomatic once. I'm sure I had it dozens of times probably when I was working. But yeah.
I really like, I don't feel like I'm 30. I am, but I don't feel like, I thought I would feel like a loss of identity or a loss of childhood, but I feel like I'm closer to it now.
Another thing to your credit is you take care of yourself a lot better than I do.
I try.
I mean, I'm still vaping. I'm still drinking too much. I have poor sleep routines and habits. I have poor posture. I don't eat well. So all of that will definitely make you feel a whole fucking lot older.
Well, yeah.
And you never smoked for multiple years.
No.
I smoked for 6 years.
I don't know, dude, it bums me out when people my age or even younger, like, start talking about, like, or, like, get overly domesticated, right? I'm just like, this is such a bummer to hear. Like, this is breaking my heart, man. Just, like, play a video game and, like, drink a beer.
Well, that's what's fucking up your posture and your back.
Ride a skateboard. I don't know.
Ride it. Drive it.
Drive your board, hun.
I'm gonna.
Hun. Son.
I need to get back to the news. I'm sorry. We will get back to age because there's a lot of age-related stuff happening.
Sure.
This is going to be a little bit of an awkward one for me to transition into, but have you heard about these haunted car washes?
The fuck are you? No.
Well, you don't drive a car very much because you live in a city
the process
with
of selling it.
fantastic infrastructure in your city that basically makes you never need a fucking driver's license.
I had to drive for the first time down to the wedding, though. I borrowed Daniel's car.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Damn. That's a big ask. You got a good friend there.
Well, he offered.
I don't even know if I'd let you drive my car.
That's a song, right?
I don't know.
Paul McCartney.
Is that your music pick?
My
Oh.
car.
We'll get back to him too. But
I should save that one.
so yeah, I just apparently this is becoming a thing. It's a big deal. Whatever. I don't go to a car wash that's normal. I let it rain on my car. I do not take care of my car like that. But this article I discovered, I'm not even sharing much of it. It's from NPR.org. And they've got, at the very bottom of the article, a fucking Art the Clown car wash.
Yep.
That's crazy. I don't need to see that, but because that is in Tommy's Express in Utah.
Oh.
And not like the whitest state.
Yeah, and the least alcohol.
Wait, Montana. In Montana, the whitest
It's gotta
state.
be Utah, dude. It's gotta be.
What about New Hampshire?
I don't know. But Utah has a lot of things going against it because I believe that their like big brand alcohol that they sell has to be under
Big Flats.
has to be under 3%.
Oh, that's a darkness.
Are you familiar with the Brigham Young University, BYU?
I've heard the name, but that means nothing.
So they're like a very prominent like sports program also. And
Yeah?
I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago they started selling caffeinated Coke.
Oh.
They
Goodness
only
me.
sold like caffeine-free cola and stuff like that. No beer.
What do they
no
got going
alcohol.
on up there? This is like
it's a hyper religious Mormon university.
this is advanced level whitery.
Yeah, they have a dress code and everything, like no visible tattoos and
What the
Yeah.
fuck? What, in public?
on campus.
Okay, good. I was gonna say if you just can't even walk
But
around with a
it's
tattoo.
a college. It's a university.
Jeez, and I thought the fucking standards at my high school where the hair couldn't go over the middle of the ear or over the eyebrows was draconian.
Dude.
Fuck that.
Oh my god, I got an in-school suspension because I didn't shave once.
I knew a guy
I appealed it though, and
named
I
Taylor.
won.
Wow.
In a like student court. It was weird.
This was your high school?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Carol wasn't involved, was she?
She is the one that like stopped me.
Fucking hell. Well, anyway, all this spooky car wash just reminded me of old Art the Clown, and I haven't thought about Art the Clown in a while. I kind of burned myself out real hard because last year, man, I got way too into those movies and just watched them over and over and over and over, which is a certain type of sickness, especially when you're drinking. And you never saw... Well, no, that's not true. I think I fast-forwarded through the first Terrifier.
No, I watched the whole thing with you.
The ultra low budget first one that's just in warehouses.
We
and
watched
shit.
it, yeah.
I have no recollection. Alcohol had to be.
We
involved.
watched it because Terrifier 2 was like an obvious jump up.
Yeah. Oh, huge. And then 3 was even better. Well, Terrifier 1 actress Catherine Corcoran, who is famously known for being inverted and bisected from the vagina first down to the skull, she is suing producers and creator Damien Leone, alleging breach of contract and the distribution of sexually explicit materials without consent.
What?
In a suit filed in California federal court on Sunday, Corcoran's attorneys presented a case defined by the all-too-common story of low-budget film producers taking advantage of a young actress through fraud, sexual harassment, and ultimately
I was going to say,
betrayal.
If it could happen, it would be in the first one because it was like a minimally supervised, like homemade movie, basically.
The lawsuit names production banners Dark Age Cinema and Fuzz on the Lens Productions as defendants, in addition to producer Phil Falcone. He gave that fucking Damien guy all the money, basically. And the filmmaker's banner... Wait. They're suing Art? Never mind. The filing includes 7 claims for relief, including distribution of sexually explicit materials, breach of contract, blah, 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 and promissory fraud. I don't even know what that is. My dad probably knows. Let's see. The suit alleges that filming for the sequence required Corcoran to be hung upside down by her ankles for over 10 hours in below freezing temperatures.
There's no way that shot took 10 hours.
Corcoran is said to have agreed to act in the low-budget Terrifier on an extremely low upfront per diem rate, with the agreement that she would receive 1% of the profits from the film, as well as potential future franchise entries and related merchandise, including other licenses of the intellectual property. 2 Terrifier sequels have been produced, collectively grossing more than $105 million at the global box office. The suit claims that the director and producer Leone agreed in writing to provide the 1%, blah, 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 blah. However, Corcoran alleges that in the years following the original film's release and its subsequent rise in popularity, her royalty payments became more and more sporadic and dwindled to amounts nowhere near commensurate. The actress claims she has not received back pay since July of 2024 and had only received $1,816.35 up to that point.
Okay. So basically the movie got bigger than she ever thought it would, and she wants her...
Yes.
But she was only in the first one?
Yeah.
That seems odd to...
But to sign a deal to make profits off of future sequels.
Okay,
that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. To kill off a character and have her be included in the financial benefits of the sequels is odd.
Now this is the point I wanted to get to. Corcoran claims to have confronted both Falcone and Leone about her royalty payments and that she was brushed off, with Leone stating that Falcone handles all of the accounting matters, and then with an aggressive and defensive response from Falcone saying he purportedly doesn't keep records.
What?
So yeah, there is trouble in what you could call paradise for this very successful low-budget series, and it's just ironic that a series so gruesome and brutal, this would come out as the most disgusting thing about it.
Yeah. I mean, I hope there's some kind of mutual agreement, because I think there's probably little sour grapes on both sides. Like, we shouldn't have given her that contract, first of all. And she's saying, like, this was not supposed to be this big. It's interesting. Actually, the writer of the Witcher series, I think I might have talked about this before, he sold the rights to CD Projekt Red for like a flat rate of $500,000.
Wow!
And when the game series took off with 2 and 3 especially, It made ungodly amounts of money.
I can't even imagine
And
3.
Polish law allowed him to restructure it and actually get what he's worth. So that was like a kind of a happy ending.
You think that would happen here in this country?
Probably not. You'd be stiffed for $500,000 while they were making millions and probably billions. Who knows?
Well, I'm hopeful that both parties can come to a reasonable mutual agreement. And for God's sake, just... I mean, you made this shit... You basically made... I can't even imagine the number. The profit is insane. Because I think I saw somewhere that the combined budget with all of the movies together was like just around $3 million.
Yeah.
You're making $105 million on a franchise. Give her a million. Give her a couple million.
Throw her a million
Like,
and say, please leave us alone.
You're not going to hurt
Exactly.
that bad. Because
Do a settlement.
I guarantee you, Terrifier 4, which is stated to be the final one, will be the biggest, most successful one yet.
Each
So-
one's going to be the final one. But yeah.
We'll see.
We're going to do a Terrifier Origins, I'm sure. Terrifier
Well, I mean,
Zero.
they said they're going to include his origin in that one. I just hope they don't try to do a prequel film. I really don't.
That's what I think will happen eventually.
Gosh, horror franchises known to keep milking. Come on.
He might just sell it by that point, though.
God. I'm not saying that it would lose its spirit, but I just don't know.
The originals will always be there. It's okay.
True. All right, I'm going to have to get into my docket now that the news is over. And we're going to try to bang out a few things because you guys may have noticed these things have gotten incredibly long.
Yep.
Because every podcast has become a major catch-up podcast that probably would have been explored previously when you lived here in like 10 episodes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. This fun. What episode are we on? Like 61?
You know,
Something like
you're the only
that.
one that ever keeps up with it.
I think it's something like that. It might be 60. This might be 60.
Chris made a fateful decision recently, and I want to hear his experience about it. Chris has converted his PC to Windows 11.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah? You don't sound too enthusiastic.
I pulled the trigger because I think, like, antivirus software was stopped being supported for 10. So I was just like...
Not yet, but soon.
it's about to be.
And you can
It's
also file to extend it, which is hilarious.
That's so stupid.
It is an option.
So I just, like, Googled to see what people were saying, and they were like, you might as well. You might as well. So I did it. It's fine. I don't know.
You don't have like a bunch of icons or apps on your desktop that are like all white, like
No.
they don't have the
only thing I really don't like about it, and you might be able to change it for all I know, is like I like the bottom left start tab because it doesn't get in the way when you pull it up. Mm-hmm. This is in the fucking middle, so like you're on a web page and you want to like hit the start tab, it covers everything.
That's horrible.
Like what a stupid decision that is. It's the same stupid fucking decision that Apple made when they have that new mouse, and you plug to charge, you put it in the bottom so you can't fucking use it.
Jesus. Just real Einsteins over there.
That happens at work sometimes. They're just like, I guess I'm not working for 30 minutes. I just
Oh my
put the
god.
mouse down and go for a walk. I don't know.
I'm so glad I've never had to work anywhere that required the use of Apple computers. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm not going to get on my soapbox.
I hate Apple computers.
My disdain is well noted and documented.
I hate them. The search function on Apple computers just like doesn't work. Like if you like the file search, like you pull up documents, because we work with a lot of different addresses. So we'll say like 163 East Erie or something. It's just like, I know this folder's in here, and it'll just show no result. And then you'll find it manually. It's just there.
What the fuck?
It sucks. Apple sucks.
That's sort of like how one thing I didn't like about Windows 10 is like if I search a folder just in the bottom left that we love so much.
It'll give you internet results.
Yes.
It's so
It can be a
fucking
file
annoying.
that I know is on my desktop, and I
Yeah.
search it and just nowhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Exactly.
It's like, what? Because Windows 7 didn't have that problem. I don't remember what Vista had going on because I avoided Vista at all costs.
I never had Vista. I had XP. XP and
XP
7.
was great.
XP. Remember the 4x3 frame of those rolling grass hills, man.
One of the most iconic things in all computer culture.
I remember Windows 98.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
I remember.
Windows 95 because my dad had a some ancient shitty like desktop that ran that.
We had an old Macintosh before.
Oof.
That. Actually, when we upgraded to Windows XP, I think we were running, like our family computer was a Macintosh at that point. and I got Halo on PC for Christmas,
Ooh!
but it didn't run on that. And my dad was like, I guess we should get a PC anyway. And so that worked out.
Taking a bit of a pivot here to other annoying things. I had quite a saga with a record label owner.
Oh yeah, that hasn't been covered, has it?
No.
How long ago was that now?
I think it was in like May.
Yeah,
I want
that
to
seems
say.
right.
Yeah. Well, so my sister, when I was young, she had very unusual music taste for, pardon my language, woman. And she liked a lot of metal, which is why I like a lot of metal. She raised me right. And she found this crazy Louisiana sludge metal clusterfuck of genres band called Acid Bath.
It's crazy how many people I've talked to that I think would know them don't know them.
Yeah, they're like
My coworker Eric is in like a hardcore band and listens to all sorts of like music of that side of the aisle.
of obscurity, you know.
Yeah. And I introduced him to it.
And he liked it,
and I
right?
just said, like, this is your favorite musician's favorite musician kind of thing.
Oh.
Right? You know? Like, this is the band that the band you likes.
You know, it's weird. I saw Dax Riggs, the vocalist, one of his solo shows in 2011, and just the number of people in Acid Bath shirts. I was just like, is this a Dax Riggs? This is weird. And, I mean, it was just everywhere. Just everybody. And I just wondered myself, like, gosh, the guy just cannot get out of the shadow of this thing. And he really wants to push his... I don't know. That last Dax Riggs album, I'm not going to say it wasn't good. It was just a little too brief and a little forgettable.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was, like, lead bass guitar.
It was a little, like, I like fuzzy,
so
but
fuzzy.
It was real fuzzy.
Which, you know, Doom and Sludge and that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's got some good
There
moments.
were a couple standouts. But, like, his first two were just, like, those are, like, classics.
Yes. I really like the album cover, though. 7 Songs for Spiders.
That's
It's
a
a
good one,
creeping skeleton.
Yeah.
That's very Halloween-y. But, anyway, so, I gotta keep this brief, but... Okay, so, when my sister found the Acid Bath albums, I'm trying to remember where it was. I think it was in some weird little local music store in, like, Orlando, a little independently owned thing. And we had never heard of it, and she recognized the John Wayne Gacy painting on the front of when the kite string pops. And it just looked so crazy and weird, she just picked it up. Because that's just what she would do. And I remember it being really cheap. And I remember when we got back to, like, upload it to iTunes like I used to. Yes, I did use some Apple software. Shoot me. None of the tracks could be found in, what is it, the Grace Note Query database or whatever. And we were just like, what is this? What is this shit?
It's like lost media.
Yeah. And we started listening. It was just like, oh my God, this is the craziest, coolest, most fucked up thing ever. And so I start looking online, just like, where is this band? Because I think they disbanded in the late 90s after the bassist died. And we could barely find anything. And, you know, there was a lot of activity on forums and kind of obscure metal websites. And that's where we started to learn about the record label owner suppressing the music. I can't remember his last name right now. His first name is Ron.
First name Rotten.
And yes, Ron Rotten, he is the owner of Rotten Records, who famously kind of fucked the band over and just so heavy-handedly managed them and just screwed them out of money and just, you know, there's
like a slumlord equivalent of a record manager.
Yeah, there's a story about them coming over to collect royalties.
He just like locked them out.
And there was like a housekeeper who left him in the garage, and apparently he wouldn't come out, and he called the police and said they were stealing his things. This has been backed up by multiple members of the band. It's just, what the fuck? So, I know
it's happening at Damien Leone's house right now.
Yes, right fucking now.
He's locking that poor woman in.
Rotten Ron needs the Art the Clown treatment. Sorry, that's like a threat.
But he did a good thing for you.
Well, I'll get to that.
Sort of. It, like, kind of a problem of his own creation, though.
So, you know, I was aware you could not upload and monetize their stuff on YouTube.
Monetize.
Yeah.
Keyword.
And I just, for years and years, just noticed this shit is not on YouTube. And if it is, it's like a demo tape or something that sounds like someone took a shit in it. And so finally, I decided to create a secondary channel tied to my main one where I was just going to upload all those songs, not monetize them, not do any fuckery.
For the people.
Yes. Do the whole, oh, blah, 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 under such and such copyright law, this is protected, blah, 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 blah. And they sat up there for how long was it? Like a month?
It was a
month
little
and
while,
half,
yeah, a month and a half
maybe
or
2
so.
months. And one day, I tried to log in because I was actively uploading all of Dax Riggs' solo stuff.
Key information, this is a separate channel, by the way.
Yes.
Than your personal
But
one.
it did use...
But under the same email.
Same email.
That's the problem.
And, you know, I was uploading stuff from other record labels, too. You know, Fat Possum Records.
With, like, Ages of Oblivion stuff?
Yeah, and, like, even all the way back to Golgotha, which is what preceded Acid Bath. Much of their song titles carried over to Acid Bath. And just out of the blue, the whole channel was torn down. So, I'm like, damn, I guess I should have seen this coming.
Yeah.
And so I just said, you know what, fuck it. Hit switch account, went back to my main account that I've had since I was a fucking very young teenager. The original account name was Dazemon, which means I was probably in 10th grade, because I was reading a manga series called Gantz that had that character in it. And maybe 4 or 5 days passed by. Suddenly that thing completely taken down. And, you know, I'm frantically, like, you know, emailing you two, like, please, 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 hold on. This, I didn't upload any of it to this channel. What's going on? And they're just like, it is our policy that if there is a connected email, both accounts are terminated. You will not be receiving your account again. Like, they were adamant, like, you will not get this back. And finally, I harassed them so much, they were like, you have to reach out to the record label holder.
Weird to go through a third party.
And you have to tell them they have to claim the copyrights and take them down one by one. Every single one of them has to be manually done, each video. So, you know, that was like 2 albums, so, you know, probably like 26 songs. And I emailed the guy, and I was very apologetic, and I was just like, look, this has got some of my old, like, footage of me with my deceased sister, which is not true, that I cannot get anywhere else. It's the only place it's uploaded.
Well, part of it's a half-truth, right?
I had to involve her name because she got me into the band.
Yeah.
You know? And I almost pulled up his email, so I'm not going to read it. So he just started out very, I'm not going to say nasty, but he was just like, well, you should have known better than to upload other people's music that isn't yours.
Yeah, but like, asshole, you took it down, it's gone. Okay. Let me have my shit back. You won.
And I was just like, I didn't know. And at this point, this is the craziest part. I feel like I directly contributed to Acid Bath being uploaded to YouTube. Because just days after my channel got...
took advantage of
they
it,
finally
yeah.
made an Acid Bath topic.
Absolutely, 100%.
And I mean, I'm all over Reddit. Like, what do I do? Do you guys know anything about this guy? And they gave me his email.
Yeah.
So clearly, other people were like, please, please, please. And finally, he was just like, we have never done this before.
Sanctimonious asshole.
We will contact YouTube, but you have to get in there immediately and delete all of them before they claim it again, because now Sony has the rights. We just gave Sony the rights. And so I'm just waiting for days and days and days, and finally it happens. And I frantically went in there, deleted everything as quickly as possible. My original account was restored.
I don't know how you pulled it off.
Just persistence.
This is coming from a guy who lost a PSN account, so.
Oh, and that's another thing.
I got a bone to pick.
Chris lost. What happened again? Somebody just got the details somehow? And
I think somebody
get it
got
back?
the email associated with it and changed the email. Because when I tried to make a new account under that email, it said there's already an account, but I couldn't sign into it.
And I've said for years, I would still be fighting to this day if I did not have that thing back.
But I mean, like, I know someone else has it because like there's like SpongeBob games and FIFA games on it. Maybe it's a cover-up. Maybe I just really like SpongeBob.
I wonder if what happened to you actually was...
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
No. I wonder if what happened to you actually was what happened to me with my Etsy account, where when I was in Houston, it connected to a public Wi-Fi network automatically because I left it on, and somehow someone on the same network was able to get in there and like manipulate it. That was crazy. They just sent like a bunch of fucking $100 pairs of pants to my house. I mean, it didn't get sent. I canceled it, but
they must have bought their own stuff and sent it to your house.
Yeah,
using your card, right?
Yeah.
It's weird to send it to your house, though.
Well, obviously they were too stupid to realize they have to change the address or something.
Yeah.
Like, it was just ridiculous. Or maybe they realized they couldn't do it and they were just like, oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyway, hey, at the end of the day, you got Acid Bath on YouTube.
And
which it was not before, and I 100% believe in my heart it was because of your uploads.
Was me.
They were like, well,
we can't do this anymore.
Someone's going to do it, so we should do it.
And since then, Acid Bath have reformed as a touring group.
Maybe you did that too.
And, well, I think this was announced before. But anyway.
But they're touring Europe in 2026.
Yeah, it's way off. But, I mean,
you gotta get
their shows have been killing it.
Yeah.
And sold out, so many of them. Oh, my God. I almost dragged Chris to New York to see them. And
I'll drag you to Berlin to see them.
That'd be cool. But, yeah. So that was the Rotten Ron saga, and I'm very proud of myself. And I even sweetened the deal in the final email, and I was like, once this all gets settled, I'm going to buy some vinyl from you.
Yeah.
And I did.
Did you tell him that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told him to look out for the email associated with the order and compare it to this.
I'm guessing he didn't follow up or anything.
No, he didn't have. I didn't expect him to.
Cool.
But I mean, he was very nice in the end, and he was like, I hope you can get, what's important to you back. And because he didn't even know if it was going to work.
Yeah.
So, wow. What a journey it was. Well, you know us so well. We know us so well. It's time to discuss video games and movies as briefly as possible.
Yeah, because we're going to do like a end of the year one, I assume, at some point.
I suppose.
You want to just do like a...
Well,
yeah, you lead the way.
Okay. First, I would like for you to talk about some games that you've been playing that you've been having a heap of fun with.
Okay.
Or some that you didn't.
Okay. You want me to start?
Go for it.
Of this year, or like since we last talked, which I guess is
since we last talked. Anything.
Oh man. Well, gosh, wow. So this has been a crazy year for games. Let's go ahead and start with that. This might be, for me, this might be the most packed year I've had ever.
Wow.
I mean, 2023 was really good. 2022 was good with Elden Ring especially. But I feel inundated.
Overwhelmed.
Like I can't breathe. And the worst part about it is, I like Battlefield, and it's a game that you don't really beat.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel very, like, I want to play it, but I feel very stuck because I want to progress through other story games and kind of put them behind me.
So it's wasting your time with nothing productive.
It's wasting my time, but it's good waste of time.
I hear that's a really good Battlefield. Not the campaign.
Oh, man. Okay, before we move on, the campaign feels like a first draft.
Oh.
It is so weird. It's so awkward. There's no, like... There's, like, a lack of music and sound cues. Like, things just kind of happen, and it's like, oh, we'll come back and put the sound effects in, and we'll put the music in. It's like it was made by a different developer, and they were like, here's the first draft, and they were like, we gotta run it, guys. We gotta run it.
I know you didn't play it, but from what you've heard, is it worse than Modern Warfare 3's, the recent one, campaign?
Probably.
You do know what they did with that, right?
It was like the semi-open world thing, right?
But it was just like multiplayer maps from what I've heard.
Yeah.
They just made a campaign out of that.
They repurposed the Warzone map, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a world where the Battlefield 6 campaign could be good if they refined it and, like, took a few passes. It genuinely feels like they presented the team with the first draft of the campaign and were like, yeah, let's just go with it. Which is, at the end of the day, I wish they just left it off.
Have Battlefield campaigns ever been amazing?
No. That's never been the point. In fact, I think, like, when Battlefield got big with, like, Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 1942 on PC, I don't think they had campaigns.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't really see the point in having them. And yes, the uninstall campaign thing is real. Because the campaign is a totally separate executable file.
When Duty's been doing that too.
When you hit campaign, it goes whoop, shoop,
Wow.
Pulls up like another window.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
I do have a list. I won't talk about too much, but I can tell you what I played.
If you just want to spray fire them, I don't care.
Yeah, if you
do whatever you want.
You can let me know if you have any questions.
Okay.
Wow, we haven't podcasted since January, so I'm going to start at the top. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh, that's a big one.
We've already talked about this. This is like...
That's a big
This
fat
has
boy.
become like one of my favorite games of all time.
Jesus.
Doom the Dark Ages. My favorite of the three.
Really? Woof.
I know... What do you like of the three? First one?
Yeah, one.
I understand.
But my only comment on Doom, the Dark Ages is it's too much of a power fantasy. It's and when you
That's
talk
what I
about
want.
Doom,
That's what I want.
you know, it's just I need to play that game again on like a really hard difficulty because I just flew
Dark
through
Ages?
that shit. Yeah,
Yeah, I could see that. But I like slicing through.
normal was easy as fuck.
Alright, next one for me. I think these are in somewhat chronological order. Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Oh, game of the year! I hear from everyone.
Any other year that Kingdom Come did not come out would be my game of the year.
But that's the community favorite, it would seem. That's the darling.
It's a fucking great game.
You
I
think
love
it deserves it above others, like objectively. Especially for the studio's story and the full package.
Probably, yeah. I think with the narrative about how they left Ubisoft, sure. I mean, I would like to see Kingdom Come's team get a lot of credit, but I feel like it came out too early.
And that game is long.
Yeah, it's the most competent open world that works. That's like a systems-driven open world. Because like Elden Ring's open world, but it's not like the characters are moving and have their own lives and stuff.
What about like...
But it's like Oblivion if it had no glitches.
What about Red Dead 2?
Red Dead 2, that's probably the best comparison. It's
That's
like
what
that,
I was thinking.
that detailed and that like, wow, this just works.
And it is a living, breathing world.
Yeah, and it's
know?
like staggering how things just don't really fuck up in like a way that's like like a bad thing. Like it can be entertaining, but it's not like, oh, I can't deliver this quest or something like that.
Gotcha.
It's a technical marvel. Stand by that. Here's a good one. You'll like this one. FBC Firebreak.
Oh! Boy, the fallout from that has been great. The fucking
can't
CEO of Remedy has stepped down.
That's news as of like yesterday, right?
Yes.
So we both thought that that was going to be like a little offshoot. Like
I didn't think it'd be like this.
I thought it was going to be like a 5-team thing that just shot something out.
I
right?
thought it was made by interns.
Apparently, that was
felt.
like their big project.
Completely dropped
Which
the ball.
makes me ask, like, how was this so incompetently put together? When you have put together really compelling story-driven games that feel good to play.
I just don't think it was their time to try a multiplayer experience like that. I think they saw a lot of the success of a lot of like indie multiplayer games on Steam and wanted to capitalize on that market. We're going to do ours, but they just didn't bring anything. It was empty practically.
There's a world where that game is fun.
Is there?
The concept of it. It's like a Left 4 Dead like.
They need to leave that shit burning dead.
It was a disaster. It's horrible.
And it didn't take us long to realize it.
No.
It was very quick.
We played about 25, 30 minutes, and I said, does anyone want to play another? And there was just silence.
It didn't feel like a Remedy game, either. And I haven't played that many Remedy games, but I know what they feel like.
Next one for me, I'm going to skip one for now. Next one for me was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4, which, as a kid, 3 was like my favorite Tony Hawk game and one of my favorite PS2 games, but this just did not hit for me.
Damn.
I don't know why.
I have high hopes for you with this.
I liked 1+2, and I don't even love those games that much, but I don't know, I was just missing something.
What about another skating game?
I like Skate. I think the weird backlash is over the art style, and that's all it is. There's microtransactions, but like the gameplay is so good. So
as long as they're not necessary to have fun.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid Remake.
Oh,
PS3 Delta.
You breezed through that thing.
Yeah.
As I knew you would.
It's I would describe it as what the original game would have been with no technical limitations.
Okay.
It's like really immerses you into the survival aspect.
Were there a lot of...
It's a lot harder. There's a lot less ammo. There's a lot more dependency on like actually improvising and like living off of the jungle. The first game's very like, I caught a snake, open up menu, eat. Okay, I'm good. But this feels like a little more lived in. I don't know. It's a great remake. I think it's the perfect remake for something like that.
Are you excited for all of them to be done like that?
I would kill for 1 and 2.
And then put into a collection.
I would kill for 1 and 2 to be remade.
It's going to be a lot harder.
This is not a new game, but it's a re-release of a very old game, Final Fantasy Tactics, which is one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh, hell yeah.
They didn't change much. There's a few quality of life adjustments, like you can save like mid-battle.
Oh, wow.
Auto saves a little bit too. Menus a little bit cleaned up. You can fast forward like through, the enemy's turn or whatever. And they added full voice acting, which I don't really... Okay, I don't typically like when they add voice acting, because, like, I've played this game since my childhood. I have, like, my whole idea of what the characters sound like and, like, how
it's like the Harry Potter thing.
the emotional beats go. But it was solidly acted.
Nice.
So, great. It's the same game. It's great. And then the last thing I have on here is Death Stranding.
Ah, Death Stranding, the biggin.
The summer of Death Stranding, I would call it.
Well, my job was, I'm not going to say lost or terminated in July, but we were bought out, and I need to keep this brief because we could talk about Death Stranding for 2 days probably straight. I guess I can finally disclose it since it doesn't matter. I was a manager at Winn-Dixie. This is RJ3K history. What a reveal. And Aldi, multinational corporation spanning the globe just about, they made a weird gamble in the Southeast and bought the company and started closing and converting stores. And they sold off a number of our stores recently too. But I was so burnt out and tired of it. And especially the location. It was a very challenging location, very dangerous location.
I mean, there were actual, like...
we had shootings. You know, it was accidental, which is hilarious. But, I felt like that store was a ticking time bomb every single day. And every single day that passed, we got closer and closer. And, I'm running after people stealing things or throwing wine bottles at my head in the dark behind a building. It's just, it was time to go anyway.
Yeah.
And
it was long past due.
Yes. I enjoyed the freedoms that they allowed me at that location, thanks to failings of upper management. And I really milked them for a long time and should have gotten fired probably over a dozen different things. But what's amusing, I have not searched for a job since. I have not filled out a single application. I did update my resume. This has been one of the most freeing and meaningful times of my life. And because I worked for 11 years for that company, not all of it in management, but the majority, latter half. And last week, they announced in Alabama they were selling and shutting down all the stores.
Let's give a timeline. You've been away for, 5 months or 4 months?
July 13th was our final day.
4-ish. Yeah. Okay. 3.5, 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they just announced they're completely exiting the Alabama market. So, align that with the fact that not long after I got severed, is the best word, I guess, which they offered me other stores. Every store in the city wanted me because nobody liked to close nights because all of them have kids. And
there can't be that many 11-year tenured people.
Well,
there, right?
If you take a look above me, I wish they'd give me an updated one, but they do it every
11.
They do it every 5 years. And I said no, and nobody could figure out why. They're like, you're going to lose your insurance. You're 32 years old. I was just like, I'm fine. In my opinion, those roles should have been filled by someone that wanted to prove themselves, wanted to do the job, and I was so burned out and just flattened. I was just like, it's time. All roads lead to here. And not too long after, I guess it's been about a month and a half, my dad had a cardiac event that required a triple bypass surgery, and he was in the hospital for 22, 23 days?
Yeah.
And that's serious. I won't spend too long on Dad, but he had multiple complications. Certain drugs caused fluid to fill his lungs. He was in bad shape. He almost died, basically.
Yeah.
But luckily we got him to the hospital, apparently close to the point of death. And he is recovering now. Well, he's still coughing a little bit much.
Just watching Friday the 13th down there.
And, he helped me mend a fence yesterday. The man still can't lift anything above 5 pounds or, lift above his shoulders.
But he's got constitution.
Yes. And the crazy part is, he was at the beach for a week, and then, the day after he returned, overwhelming back pain and all this shit, and they just got back from the beach again.
Yeah, I would never go back.
Seriously. I mean, he's drinking scotch every now and then. It's Looney Tunes, but I don't know. He's doing quite well, and he's in good shape. That was a big deal. Well, physically, overall, good shape.
Yeah.
I mean, he had an almost total blockage in 3 parts of the heart. And that's fucking crazy. So me losing this job was the right time. My mom has been a soldier. She has been a champion. She was in that hospital overnight, damn near every night. I was going up there in the afternoons, relieving her for a little while. But my job overall was to take care of our 5 pets, which 3 of them that live on the second floor of the house are not a big deal.
Floor.
They are children that live on the floor. Well, one lives in a cage covered in bedding. She still has not come out today. But the dogs are very demanding and emotionally disturbed by my parents not being around, to the point that Rocco will have full body near convulsions while he's going. It is like a little baby. That dog is almost 11 years old. But yeah, so that was basically my role, just taking care of the house, watering plants, all kinds of fun stuff like that while my mother was away, and when she's got to run into town, and don't leave them alone. That's me. It was the right time for me to be unemployed.
Yep.
And I have needed to take a meaningful career pivot for a long time, and I guess I'm announcing it here. I'm going to pursue a certification in radiologic technology.
Yes.
Which is a 2-year hyper-condensed program that will put me through the ringer and be like a double full-time job, and will have me interning in and out of hospitals, and it's going to be a trip.
How do you feel about returning to academia?
Well, I don't mind it, but the one thing I did not see coming that I probably should have logically surmised.
Testing.
ACT
I thought that shit was permanent, dude. I thought that was forever.
I took the ACT in late 2010, early 2011, and a second time. And basically it can't be over 5 years old at the college I'm going to be working, the community college.
5?
It cannot be over 5 years old.
5? That's insane.
And that is the case with almost every bit of their disciplines. And this is not uncommon for colleges of this ilk. Which I get it. I mean, seriously, if you took the ACT and hadn't been in school for 20 years, don't you think you need to probably brush up on that shit again before you get into such an intensive program?
I guess. I just think there's a different test you could take, maybe.
Well, the ACT is not that big of a deal.
It's just so, high school, level. It's I know it, but I don't think in the same way anymore.
Well, here's the realization I had. I'm sitting here just being on my little self-pity party. And I realized, I don't remember the quadratic equation.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
I need to do this. If I walk into this, I'm not saying I couldn't do it, but I will not be as well equipped as I need to be.
No, I worked in Premiere for college.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I mean, apparently the worst part of it is going to be the anatomy aspect. You damn near have to know every bone in the human body, and it's a lot, but I'm going to be capable, and I can do it. And, yeah, so that's going to kick off a few months into next year.
Okay.
And, but I wanted to, getting back to Death Stranding, when they announced that they were going to close our store and convert it, and everybody was going to lose their job if they didn't transfer, I'd been talking about getting back to my backlog for ages. Ages! And one game on that backlog was Death Stranding, which I really didn't know that much going into it, but my degenerate friend Jonathan was a big fan of it. And he, over the years, was just like, you need to play this. When are you going to play it? When are you going to play it? And I realized there's a job nature to that game. Yeah. A big one. And once that announcement hit, I was like, I need something to escape into. I think there's no better time for Death Stranding than now. And basically, playing Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2 got me through this whole weird transition out of being a full-time manager. And it could not have been more perfect. It could not have come at a better time. So many things have aligned in the last, 4 months, basically. And what do you have to say about Death Stranding?
It's like the most complicated emotional state I've been in for not only a video game, but for a lot of media. I feel like the only thing that can make me feel the weird complex emotions where I'm like, it's like a melancholy that I want explained, but I can't, and at the end of the day I don't need it explained, that I can only get from a song. No other visual storytelling hits me in the same way that it did. And it's not my favorite game ever, but it's my most emotionally weirdly tied to an intense connection I've had in a long time.
It's such a bizarre concoction of ideas and feelings and humor.
Yeah.
And Kojima-ism.
We should clarify, Jay started it, and then I started it because I have to know.
I twisted your arm pretty hard, too.
So we kind of played it at the same time. I was a little bit behind him.
And we got a big Kojima fan here, this was this absolutely bewildering, bizarre thing. You have to, if you're a fan of Kojima, follow up and see what the fuck he's doing.
But Jay had beaten it, and we started doing our Stranding nights, where I would stream 5 hours.
It was so good. And at certain points, I was trying to play the second game while he was streaming it, and I ended up just watching his game for most of it. It was so unproductive for me. I'd sit with... It was probably at least 20 hours of my playtime on PlayStation just where I was watching your stream and doing nothing. It for those who haven't played it, it's kind of stupid to try to even explain it.
It is. It's weird. It's a video game, obviously, but it's more complicated than any traditional sense of that medium.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you... I'm not going to say it makes you feel things, because everyone's going to approach it differently, but it made me feel things that I've never felt with... it's a unique emotion that I can't explain.
It's like discovering a new color, that old line that I always bring up. It's just, I don't want to spoil anything, even though it's probably only us listening to this, but the use of music is... so effective, particularly in the first game. There are certain missions that, in retrospect, while I've gone back and gotten the 100% completion trophy for the first game, they feel less significant.
Sure.
And I almost wish I hadn't done it.
Yeah.
Because when you replay certain missions the second time, it's this was not that big of a deal.
Well, the first time, it's a trial, right?
Yes.
You earn those musical cues.
There was one mission. I think it's the first big long mission.
This is the one where you go over the mountaintop.
It's a facility that's super to the southwest, and it's where one of my secondary music pick comes from. And it's just this really brutally long. It's the one that had...
Did you say secondary music pick?
Yes, I have 2 music picks.
You have 2?
Yes.
I only have 1.
That's okay. Well, you can choose your favorite from, unless that's it.
I could... Okay, I can choose my favorite.
You can have a Death Stranding music pick.
Yeah, my pick is not, but I'll pick my favorite one from that. Okay, that works.
We'll get back to that at the end, but, I remember... Okay, this is how I'm going to jog your memory. Do you remember the one I was watching you do where, that river kept fucking you up?
Yeah.
It was that
That's
one.
near the end of the game.
I feel like it was a little earlier.
That's your... Wait. No, that's near the end. There's 2 big deliveries.
It's not the one where you do the tar belt.
No.
That's a big one toward the end.
There's 2 big deliveries where you go from one side to the other, and then the second one is where you go from that side all the way back. Well, and that's where I got fucked up on that river.
The one going southwest...
yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
By the time I reached, you can see the facility in the distance
Yeah.
from so far away, and they start playing the most heart-wrenchingly sad, melancholic song. It was like emotionally, I was falling to my knees and just weeping. Like, I wasn't crying, but it was just like I almost was crying. Just from the sheer beauty and the struggle and the exhaustion, it was just overwhelming how those concepts are combined to make such an effective game.
Death Stranding to me is a modern art, because when people view modern art, there's so many emotions you can draw. People get frustrated. People get like angry that this is considered art. People are marveling at it because
It's a delivery simulator. It's a UPS simulator.
Those moments in that game reflect on, I think, what you are feeling at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what modern art is. It's how you react to something that is presented to you. It can be a bad reaction. It can be a breathtakingly beautiful reaction. It's a state of mind thing. And because when I first played it, it hit me. I think every subsequent playthrough is going to come back to me the same way. So it's like a piece of art that I really appreciate.
And for somebody that's uncertain about the future, they're about to lose their job, they've been given advance notice, working through that, the idea of shifting spaces so radically, not seeing people you've seen for years and years and years anymore, the melancholic nature of that game and the weight of it, no pun intended, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And it helps that the story of Clifford Unger is very compelling. And the way it's presented, this is my enemy. And
also played by Mads.
The greatest pick they could have chosen. It was just amazing. And what's amazing to me too is when this released, the original release was 2019.
Yeah.
This was a very polarizing game. But as the years went on, as the pandemic passed,
it goes back to my modern art comparison.
It is so much more appreciated, to the point where it has released a sequel, which I don't think is as good, even though it's a more fun, gamey experience.
It's a better game.
Yes.
Yes.
And the streamlinings were really nice. And they tried to do what they did with the first one. With, Cliff.
Long and short of it for me is that they both exist in a different level, and I appreciate them at the same level for very different things.
It's my Terminator 1, Terminator 2 argument.
Aliens.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing. Bigger doesn't
They're
necessarily
both
mean
worthy
better.
of what they both have their merits that are as good as each other, just different kinds.
I've definitely soured on 2 a little more.
Well, that's because you're trying to completionist.
It's way worse than the first one. People say it's not. They're full of shit. And no, Mr. Impossible was not that big of a deal. But I'm so happy those games exist. I think there is a finality to the second game that could be left alone. Would I like to see a third one? I would love that.
Yeah, I would too.
But if that
with what they set up with the actress too, that'd be so cool.
That would be amazing.
It'd be so cool.
And shouts out to Margaret Qualley. That's all I'll say. This is a Nintendo Switch.
Oh shit! Let me hold that. Oh, it's a Switch. Okay, whatever.
This is a Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh shit! Yeah, it is bigger. Oh, it's upside down.
It's heavier. It's got a better kickstand.
Yeah,
but I'll still almost never play it in handheld mode.
You lose dexterity the further your hands get from each other.
I don't think it's too bad, because I would often play split Joy-Con like this. With Switch 1 early on.
You're hung on a cross like that.
Yeah. Well, life does that to you, but I got this as I was preparing to lose my job. It was a heck of a, should I do this?
Yeah.
Because at the time, they were still very difficult to get. This thing sort of had a similar launch to PS5, but not as long with the...
I think that's just going to be how it is, man.
And, I'm very glad I have it. Was it necessary? Fuck no. Not even as a Nintendo fan. I could have kept playing Switch 1 games and shit. But I'm happy I got it. Because it's giving me access to Wind Waker.
Yep.
You know, the shitty...
The GameCube version.
Yes, they didn't give us the remastered one they made for Wii U. I'm sure they'll release it for $80 in a little bit. Mario Kart World, or whatever the fuck it's called, is awesome. It's
I need to play that.
awesome. You need to play it. I remember looking at initial footage and reviews and being very overwhelmed by it. When I actually got my hands on it, best one. Best one.
Best one.
And yes. And it feels like... I feel like I do better than I did in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Is there a split screen for online?
I don't know.
Let's try it. We'll try
I think there will be.
I mean, 8.
There should be.
8 had a great one.
Yeah. And, you know, Donkey Kong Bonanza is a lot of fun. I still haven't finished it, but I feel like I'm getting close. But other than that, there's nothing to play.
Yeah.
There's nothing to play. And stuff
besides third-party re-releases that won't be as good on it, basically.
Yes,
so.
and that FromSoft game is coming, Duskbloods, Dusk Veils, whatever the fuck it's called, but it's like a PvE thing.
Keep forgetting that even exists. We should rewatch that trailer tonight.
The strangest idea. A From Software game developed specifically for a Nintendo console.
Yeah.
An exclusive.
They did it twice for Sony.
Yeah, but that's Sony.
Yeah, Sony.
It's PlayStation, brother. And I never would have seen it coming, but I'm intrigued, but I'm afraid it may be a Night Rain situation.
Yeah.
You know?
Fucking Dead on Arrival. God, I forget it.
People are still playing that.
Who people?
I get on Twitch every now and then, and there's dozens of people playing it. With, like, thousands of viewers.
Dozens.
But they have major viewers, and I don't know. Jonathan, my weirdo friend, still plays it. But yeah, Switch 2 is cool. I think they released it way too early. There was no Mario game. There's no Zelda game.
The Donkey Kong game was the Mario game, right? Like that, structurally, it seems like it's
the
a Mario
spiritual
Odyssey.
successor to Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
But I still
But it's still not going to move.
Can you imagine an open world
exactly.
Mario? I mean, that Bowser's Fury was actually the closest thing we got. I felt like that was their experiment for the next console. We're going to make an open world Mario game. It works for the most part. It's got problems.
I assumed with the timing of the trailers that it would launch with Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, those idiots. They're so stupid. Like, if they had a Metroid...
Why would they not just push it back to holiday of this year with Metroid Prime? Well, okay. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. GTA has fucked up everything because it was supposed
everyone's scared.
It was supposed to be out by 3 or 4 days ago.
Jesus Christ, that's nuts.
And I think that ruined schedule releases for the foreseeable year, probably. And to that point, next year's gonna fucking suck for games because it's just gonna be GTA.
Can you imagine any game with a more big dick energy than a GTA?
Yeah.
Was it like this back in the day when like GTA 2 and 3 were coming out?
I think 4 was like this.
That was the breaking
5
point.
was like this.
Yeah.
I don't think 5 was like this. 4 was bonkers.
Really?
I remember when 4 came out, the people that I played Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare with, my cousin and all of his friends, we played it every night together. GTA 4 came out, that was it. That was pretty much it. Like, that was the biggest deal in that year. That came out in 08.
The reception of that game has not aged well. And
4?
I'm speaking strictly from meatheads' perspectives.
You're talking about 4 or 5?
4. A lot of people talk about that game being boring.
No,
and that the protagonist is not engaging or interesting, which is hilarious from what I've heard about his story.
4, yeah, he's the best GTA
But I think
character.
people who basically were introduced to GTA 5 first that went
back,
back, they were like, not my GTA.
Well, GTA 5 is like...
It's not...
Okay, I'll say this. To their point, GTA 4 is...
it's not flashy.
It's the black sheep, because like San Andreas is very loud and like you get a jetpack.
4 is grounded.
4 is like...
it's a
gritty
real story.
New York satire, but it is still like gritty New York, like crime story. Of like immigrants and like, mobsters. And 5 is like, I'm stealing a submarine. Like, this is...
And insane. I'm alternating between 3 very over-the-top characters.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'll be a very interesting time when 6 comes out. And
6 looks like it's going to be in the vein of 4.
To tell you the truth, I don't find it very appealing. Obviously, I'm going to play it because I'm a gamer.
I'm kind of with you. I'm glad it didn't come out this year because I don't have time for it. I probably wouldn't be playing it. I'd probably rather be playing a fucking Final Fantasy remaster.
That makes sense. And I'd probably be more happy playing a remaster of something like Oracle of Ages and Seasons.
The Wind Waker remaster when it comes out.
I'm all over the place about that game. I'm going to just briefly list off some shows I've been watching or have finished. 6 Feet Under.
Okay.
Awesome. You know the premise of this show?
Mortician?
Yep. It's a family funeral home, and every episode starts with the death of the person that's the subject of the embalming and the restoring. Episode? Yeah, so the very beginning of every episode.
Quote unquote monster of the week thing.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, it's a procedural in a very atypical sense. You know, I more associate procedurals with
Crime
shitty
shows,
cops, medical dramas, and the characters are just amazing. And the craziest thing about the show is not a lot of big shit happens. It is pure character. And it's not soapy at all either. It is so fucking good. And it's a hard recommendation because it is so of its time in a way that things like The Sopranos are not. Even though there's a good bit of political incorrectness of the time that came with The Sopranos.
Well, that's in the character.
Yes. But 6 Feet Under is like the most, we just got out of the 90s, like Y2K show I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And everyone's wearing long jean skirts.
Oh, dude, we're back.
Don't even get me started. But one of the funniest things I've ever seen in this show, I don't know if you're ever going to watch this show. It's established in like the first or second episode. What's the Michael C. Hall, the guy from Dexter? This is my first real exposure to him, which is kind of funny because most people, it's Dexter.
Yeah.
And he is basically the co-lead, and he plays a homosexual character who has many ups and downs with different men. And lo and behold, we're in season 2. I'm watching this with my mom because she watched it back in the day and is always twisting my arm about you got to see it before you die. Well, she didn't say it like that. She doesn't like to reference mortality.
Right.
And I hardly recognized him. But the new love interest that I am experiencing...
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I made a face.
Big news.
Of Michael C. Hall is fucking... Oh, God. I'm so stupid. Fucking Severance lead actor
Adam Scott.
He appears in this 2000 show.
Man.
He was so fucking young. I didn't know this guy was kind of good looking at some point.
So that's funny that he... What year was the show?
2000.
I watched an interview with him about Step Brothers, which is 2008, I think?
Somewhere in there.
And that was like his first role,
This is a very small role.
Because he said, like, I was so nervous I thought I wouldn't get it. This is, like, the first real movie audition. That was 2008.
This is a super small supporting character.
Yeah.
And I just, when he was on screen, I was like, oh my God. Is that...
I'm going to look it up.
There's no way. Yeah, just look him up and just 6 feet under. It was like, what? And I mean, like, he was like a decent looking young guy. I mean, I'm not going to say he's hideous.
He's just a unique looking
but he's
fellow.
Weird looking. He looks terminally British or something, if you ask me.
Yeah, okay. It's definitely him.
Yeah. It just blew me away. I mean, Michael C. Hall is great. The guy opposite him as his brother is great. It's a great fucking show. I mean, it's not like legendary, but It's just, I'm having a ball with it. It's macabre in a very cheeky way, which is fun. It's just so good. And it's just one of those, like, this is an HBO, like, ensemble perfect cast, like Deadwood, like Sopranos. Yeah. So good. Strong recommendation when you run out of shit to watch. Because it's long. It's like 5 or 6 seasons.
Okay.
Righteous Gemstones happened. We have concluded it. One of the greatest...
I mean, we talked about it in the car right here after I flew
perhaps,
into Atlanta. I think it's the funniest show ever.
It is the funniest television series I've ever seen.
Okay, I'm glad we agree on that.
And this late in my life, I'm 32.
I think the only thing that challenges it, and it's not even a comedy per se, but Sopranos is the second funniest show.
Yeah, but they don't bill it as that.
Yeah.
and people watching it on the first run for somehow, whatever reason, didn't see it as much of a comedy,
Like,
I've heard.
The comedic chops to market as a comedy and make me laugh like that is unreal. Because I don't like comedies, really.
I don't like butt rock comedies, as I
Yeah.
call them. Like, the mid-2000s, like Adam Sandler, like 90s stuff. I hate it. And this, I did not have a strong opinion of Danny McBride. At all. Like, I was aware of Eastbound and Down, saw him in The Predator, just thought he was one of those ass-butt comedians, just like, fart, that's all he was. Dude, what a genius. What a fucking genius. Unmatchable timing. The cats are wailing outside because they want
to
us.
run that show and be that character.
And it's so over the top, and the budget is so high. It's staggering that HBO let them do as much as they did. And it is one of my strongest recommendations for a TV series if you're looking for something funny.
Easy.
But you're going to have to be able to handle a lot of full frontal male nudity. A lot.
So what's today? Today's Friday.
Yeah.
I think maybe Sunday of last week, my girlfriend was about to head back to Europe. And I was like, hey, let's watch a show. We haven't watched a show since you were here. And I was like, let's give this a try.
You put this on your poor girlfriend.
I was like, let's give this a try. It's like a Joel Osteen megachurch thing, which she already thinks is hilarious because she's not an American person. It's like a foreign concept, but it's hilarious to her. So let's try this. I think you might like it because it's a satire on like Southern American culture.
Cheap car salesmen that are doing religion.
And episode 1, she was like, all right, we finished it. And she was like, you want to watch one more? And I was like, let's do it.
It's always so exciting.
And then that ended. She was like, you're killing me. I'm hooked now.
Yes!
We got to like episode 8. She had to fly back to Hungary. And she goes, can I watch it without you? And I was like, please don't. Please don't. That's like,
that's tough.
I cannot miss this. Please don't.
You guys ever do like video, watch parties or anything from, remote locations?
We have, but it's not the same.
Not the same.
Also, the time difference is so hard.
Oh, I can't even imagine it. But yeah, I can't believe this late in the game I'm saying it's the funniest show I've ever seen.
That's so
and I've watched some funny fucking shows.
The cast is outrageous.
Ensemble beyond belief. After we finished it, I felt like I lost a friend. And Danny McBride has been in numerous shows, and I was just like Googling, what's the most like gemstones I needed? Vice Principals came up. Yeah. Vice Principals is okay.
It just doesn't scratch the itch.
It does not. I mean, it lightly does, but you're still left itching really hard. I'm closer to the end of it than you are. I would not recommend that show.
No, it's harder.
You have to be attached to those actors.
Yeah.
Walton Goggins is amazing in almost everything I've ever seen him in. He is the best part of the Righteous Gemstones to me. I know that's not fair for a lot of the characters.
I think for me, I'm a Jesse guy. But I love Baby Billy.
They all have extreme strengths.
I love the diva aspect of Jesse.
I've never seen a man move like that.
No.
In my life. And I've never seen a show where everyone nails their part so well. I mean, whether it's Keith, whether it's even some of the kids.
Yeah.
Dude,
Keith killed me when I found out who that was. Because I had watched, there was this old YouTube channel. He was one of like the first people that started making like YouTube skits instead of just like YouTube videos.
I had no idea.
No, not that guy specifically.
Oh!
But this YouTuber, he was doing like budget skits basically in like 2008 when YouTube was still like filmed at a football game upload. And there was this old YouTuber, he's shit, but I was 13. He was named SMP Films. And he had a video where Tony Cavallero who plays Keith, was in the video.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw Keith for the first time, I was like, that guy looks so familiar. He's in one of the videos from like 2009.
Oh my god.
On YouTube.
How long did it take you?
Like third season. Ah! That's the guy! That's the guy! I recognize his face. We should look up the video later.
Sure.
It's a crap video, but it's like an early YouTube skit, But, wow.
I think after I finish Vice Principals, I'm going to have to watch Eastbound and Down, which I think is much more of a story show.
Yeah. That has big name actors in it, too. Will Ferrell's in it.
Yeah. Well, I only have a few more things to rattle off that don't require much discussion. I think it aired in February, so it was long after you were here last time. The Invincible Season 3 finale is quite possibly the best superhero fight I've ever seen.
Okay.
Season 3, Episode 8. The
Is
old
that
dude,
that's
Conquest.
The latest season?
Yeah, you sat in on the last one. The old dude, you remember him?
I'm not going to say I paid attention the whole time.
Oh,
but...
it's one of the best. I hate to be almost 33 and talk about best fights in a cartoon.
Who would win?
But
Bash the Stampede or Kylo Ren?
Oh God. That's easy. But Invincible, I've talked about it a couple times before on this platform, is the best thing that's happened to superhero anything in probably since Batman the Animated Series started in 92.
Okay.
It is so good, and I hate to be this way, but sometimes that show is peak. South Park's latest season, or seasons...
Hey, we just got finished with the latest episode.
Yes.
Halloween special.
Season 28, Episode 2.
Not to be confused with Season 27, which was also, like, last month.
I feel like they're going to get sued by Comedy Central, Viacom, whoever the fuck, MTV, whoever the fuck owns them. I think they're manipulating their typical season structure just to get through this how many billions was it? 1.5?
Dude, I have no idea.
They paid them like billions just for 5 more seasons. You know, I like the Trump stuff a lot and all the stuff around his administration in the show, but all the
B-roll,
all the
B-plot is obligatory.
The actual characters from the main show feel so shoehorned in.
See, that's the thing. Like, I think it would have been more of a statement to just leave the kids out and just be like, here's a season of these guys.
I would love that.
That would have been the ultimate fuck you.
And I wouldn't even care if the episodes turned to like 11-minute episodes at that point. Because that's the strong suit of this season. And it is
every time you get the establishing shot of the White House, you're like, oh, here we go.
Yes, it is a misery to see the kids and the main characters.
It's not interesting.
So I don't know. It's
like half great.
Yeah.
And half ugly.
And they've been doing this like they started out. We're gonna do an episode every 2 weeks. Then it changed to 3 weeks. And then it changed to 3 weeks. Oh wait! The Halloween special. We're gonna make it 3 weeks and then plus 2 days.
And also Friday.
It's a disaster. It's stressful. It's chaotic and it's fucking up. Like if I just watch this in sequence, it is fucking it up so bad. So real mixed bag.
Yeah.
Trey and Matt. I love them to death. I don't know what to do. Daniel showed me a hysterically awesome action movie called Hard Boiled.
Oh yeah.
I had a ball with that. Good slop. Can we call this slop?
Sure.
It was so freakishly over the top. It was art, but also not.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Top slop.
Yes, top slop.
Top slop.
We have started an anime called Berserk.
Yeah.
Do you have any words from the little bit you've seen? You've seen 4 episodes.
I don't think I have seen enough, but well, I can tell it's a budget.
Oh yeah.
Considering the music and the still frames, but the overall vibe is starting to connect with me a little bit. I'm curious to see how more Dark Souls adjacent things pan out.
That was like almost my selling point.
That is the selling
for
point.
Chris.
That's the selling point for me, yeah.
Because Hidetaka Miyazaki.
Yep.
This is like his favorite thing in the manga. I don't know how he feels about the anime. But this is a 1997 anime adaptation that was just done on a shoestring budget, appeared in the middle of the night in Japan, like 3 a.m. on an adult block of like anime programming. Just it definitely inspired so much of Dark Souls and Elden Ring and all of the Souls games. It is hilarious. The archetypes you see in it, I'm waiting still for
the Onion Knight.
I'm waiting still for a Patches equivalent. Sure. I feel like he's still going to come in. I only have a few episodes to go, but Susumu Hirasawa, who did the music for Paprika, does a lot of the in the show music. and I think he is a freakishly talented singer and composer. Didn't realize it was him at first. Didn't realize it until I was watching it with Chris, actually, which is fucking ridiculous. I'm not going to call it a great show, but it's a fascinating show. The story behind it is really interesting. All right, we're getting to last things. So me and Chris discovered a hobby that we were very fond of a few years ago that included jumping up and down while a record player seated on the floor would cause the needle to skip, and we could manually skip around the record.
Yep.
Lo and behold, one day I get down to put on a record, and the thing swipes right all the way to the inner groove and picks back up. And I look down, the needle is gone on the cartridge. It is nowhere to be seen. It was pounded into submission into the cartridge of the record player. And, as discreetly as I could, I asked my father, what kind of cartridge?
Sometimes I step a little loud.
Yeah. And I asked my dad, you hooked me up with that cartridge on that, decent enough record player. How much did that run you? It's about $300.
Oh.
And I'm just like, every now and then he asks me, how's it working? I'm like, it's
That's
great.
perfect.
This is awesome. And in my unemployment, I have not had the will to buy a $300 plus tax shipped from Japan premium needle. So, yeah, we had a good time, but that's over. That can never happen again. Once I get this thing fixed. And the worst part about it is, my favorite metal band released a brand new album. I've still never heard this thing.
God.
I've heard the CD and the MP3s and all that. Between the Buried and Me released The Blue Know We Hear. And,
please explain that.
Well, I pre-ordered this thing. It's a crazy prog metal band, and I wasn't particularly loving the album, but whatever. One of my favorite bands, I'm going to order all their shit. And I'm going to have every one of their records on vinyl that they've released. And it took forever, the pre-order. Eventually came to the day where it came out. I still didn't have my pre-order. Mm-hmm. I didn't have my pre-order a week later. I didn't have my pre-order 2 weeks later. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What's up? So I get on Reddit, and I see a couple people that are like, I did get mine. I only ordered a CD, so I got it. And look what's on the spine. The album is called The Blue Nowhere, and it clearly says, The Blue Know We Hear.
That's unbelievable.
It does not say that on the front of the record.
Right, because that's part of the logo.
Just the spine.
Someone just typoed.
Says it on the CD also. On the spine, and goddamn. That's some shit right there. But I eventually got it,
It will be repressed and re-released, and you have a one of a kind.
Yeah, maybe this will go for
20?
$50 one day.
30.
If it was a misprinting of like a Kiss album or something.
Sick.
It might sell. Alright, we're almost done here. I have to talk briefly about Metal Gear Solid 5. This was so serious that it is outside of the gaming segment. I feel like Chris has played so many things that I recommended him so generously, and Chris has been a fan of the Metal Gear series for so long, and really, really liked 5. You probably don't like the story all too much, but you love playing that game.
Yep. And
I said, I'm going to finally fucking play a game that, you never were like twisting my arm to play it, but I knew I should play one of his favorite, stealth games. I should do that. And boy, it's been tough.
Yep.
I'm not going to say I do not have the skill for a stealth game of this ilk. I do not have the patience. Mm-hmm. And it is old enough where there are certain weird little things that should have been fixed with quality of life improvements, such as, okay, let's say you are fully prone and you're trying to crawl over a rock.
Yeah, you slide back and forth.
You slide back and forth, or you just can't move forward from where, let's say the slope is here, you're going down. Nope, you're blocked.
Yeah.
And you can't, you gotta get up. Oh, I got spotted. I feel like I've gotten fucked in this game so much, and I have tormented Chris with all of my pain.
Yep.
Mostly in the middle of the night. And I mean, it's stuff where like, all right, mission, extract this target. I got to him and he's in a patrol unit and he just, it's glitched. He won't leave. He's supposed to move in the car and get out. He won't get out and he's surrounded by 20 people. And another thing I mentioned to you recently, the mission where you go back to Mother Base and like the infection has broken out with the vocal cord parasite and you have to kill your own men.
The scripting on that fucked you up, right?
Miller is like, you're going to have to, if anyone has the glowing thing on their throat, you have to kill them. Don't worry about it, boss. It's for their own good. Oh, there's the first one. Mission failed.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? What? Well, I guess I'll just walk past these people and not do what I was told. Cutscene. Now kill them all.
Shoot them, yeah. So that happened in Battlefield, the campaign, where you're walking forward and they're like, hey, that's leaving the mission area. You go back, they're like, all right, we gotta go this way. It's like, oh, that's where I was going.
And then, what's the fucking white lion? What's his name? The shitty little kid?
White Mamba.
White Mamba. This was more of me just being a shit. They're like,
an all-time clip, though.
He's challenging you again. This his whole thing, and he keeps trying to fight you. And I just
hit him with the car.
And I just ran straight into him with the car. Boss! You can't just kill a kid. What's wrong with you? It's like, this game is like, play it how you want to. We encourage your own exploration. No. No. You have to do it how we want it. I'm not having... It's just, I am having the most mixed experience ever. So, it is a quality game, but it has been like work.
I think it would be easier if you had played it when it came out, because replaying it in 2025 as I did again, I knew the rules already. So, like, the rules make sense to me because I have the foreknowledge of it. But watching you play it as, like, someone who's new to it, it's like...
I suck at games,
I see your complaints.
Do you remember what happened the other day with Luigi's Mansion and the yes or no button that I thought was grayed out and I hadn't talked to enough people? I overthink things to the point that it's my detriment.
Sure.
And another thing, last thing I'll mention about Metal Gear Solid 5 is, like, the story is incomplete. I already know that. I can tell. They're padding from, like, missions 40 through 50. And... I like the cutscenes. I like the spirit of the game. I like the voice acting a lot. I do not like the weird horizontal flashing lights.
That's just of the era.
I hate it.
The lens flares.
Like, it's awful. And to be totally honest, if I had just played Ground Zeroes, I would have been good.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't know why they separated that, but that's a tight, interesting, shocking, with the bomb thing, little thing.
Well, it's also important to recognize that you are missing a piece of, like... So the, like, Big Boss Saga is 3, then it's Peace Walker, then it's Ground Zeroes, then it's 5.
Lord.
So you're kind of missing, like, most of it.
I get what Metal Gear is.
Because, like, you literally build that base that gets blown up at the beginning of at the end of Ground Zeroes in Peace Walker, which is a PSP game, so I don't expect anyone to play it. Like, I've played it, so it adds to the experience.
I'm not saying I'll never play a Metal Gear Solid game again, but...
It
will be a while.
Delta is worth your time because it's a on-the-ropes linear thing.
I have had some fun with 5. I have gotten something out of it. But I will be quite happy when it is over.
I understand.
I will be very happy. And the last... Okay, I said this twice. The last thing about it is, I am a very nervous person. I'm very cautious. Even though in the early...
when you get that alert, you freak out?
No, because they give you the slowdown, and I usually can get out of that. But, like, there is an element to this game of, I'm going to quote Linkin Park.
Okay.
I tried so hard, and in the end, it doesn't even matter. I will go so long and just fuck up something so small, and all my time is wasted. Whether it's, there's 2 hostages, you got one, and we said that's the target, and you went back, you didn't complete it. I'm guessing a lot of it is user error, but I don't know. That game deserves to exist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, after all that rambling, I suppose it's time to get into some music picks.
Oh, we're going straight into it, okay.
Straight in!
So we're doing one music pick And one music pick from Death Stranding. Is
Yes!
that correct? Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Are we doing 2 at a time or 1, 1, 1, 1?
Let's do 2 at a time because I'm probably just going to mention the Death Stranding pick.
I think I want you to end it. Is that okay?
Okay.
So, alright. So, music pick first, then Death Stranding?
Yeah.
Alright. My music pick. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You got the Xbox. What's going on with Xbox?
What do you mean?
What's going on with Xbox?
Oh, I meant to include this. My Xbox identity crisis has begun.
You'll always have your hat. It hangs low today.
Been that way for a long time.
Alright, music pick.
No.
Number 1. What?
Xbox has completely screwed the pooch. Oh, no, this is coming. Switch that to the end.
Okay. First music pick for me, independent of Death Stranding, is a, I want to say this band is, especially on their last album, very kind of Depeche Mode inspired.
Oh.
It's a Belarusian band. You might even be familiar with one of their songs.
Okay.
But this song is going to be like phonetically typed out, so you can do it. B-E-L-A.
How do I spell Belarus?
Y-A.
Oh.
Space? Yeah, Pelosa. So it's a song called Belaya Polasa by Molchat Doma, which is a band from Belarus. It's not sung in Belarusian, it's sung in Russian because that's like a much more common tongue.
Okay.
But it's like a very ethereal, cinematic, I'd say it's pretty gothic.
Ooh, the thumbnail looks like it.
Yeah. You're not going to understand the lyrics, but it's cinematic, so I think you'll enjoy it
I listen
anyway.
to screaming music.
Exactly, so.
All right.
Anyway, Belaya Polasa means white line in
All
Russian.
right. Coke?
No.
Не догоняй меня, дай чуть побыть. Прошу тебя.
As is often the case with a lot of goth industrial music, it's less about a hook and more about a vibe.
Yeah, sure.
And the types of vibes you can find in that pocket. And holy shit, this... At first it reminded me of something Trent Reznor would put together. And then... Honestly, the vocalist reminds me... It's a popular style of singing in a lot of European music.
Okay.
There's a band
That's why
called...
it's important to show you stuff.
There's a band called Assemblage 23, which is like a techno sort of like synth solo project from, I think they're actually American, but it's mocking. It's not mocking. It's doing a very European 80s style of sort of like goth and synth music. And I'm gonna play that for you at some point after this because he sounds just like this guy.
Okay.
And what I really liked about the guitarist was excellent use of reverb. And so much legato sliding. Oh my god. I'm sitting here almost feeling like he's got one of the slide guitar, like the little tube you put around your index finger.
Sure, yeah.
But he's just so smoothly executing those lines. And that little bass part was really fucking cool.
I like how it kind of fizzles out.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice touch. I like big finishes, but I like that, I don't know, there's something that the fizzling out kind of lends itself to like the evil nature sounding thing.
And also the visuals in the music video were extremely fun, especially for Halloween.
Yeah.
And that skull fade in was top notch.
So
I would like to hear more.
Yeah, they have another song called, I think it's called Sun, and it's very, very Depeche Mode. Like, a lot more upbeat and, like, synth-heavy stuff.
And I think that is the voice that everybody's trying to, like, steal.
Yeah.
In a lot of goth music and weirder Eastern music. The Depeche Mode guy.
Yeah.
You know, which is a welcome thing for me because I love Depeche Mode.
Yeah.
Very nice pick. Very vibey. Perfect for the occasion.
Thanks. So Death Stranding pick now, right?
Yeah, what you got?
I've told you this one before, and this is not going to be new to you, but the emotional hit that I took with this song playing was the part in the game, and you're about probably halfway through, maybe a little less, is right before you go to the mountains, I think. But your BB's gone. You're without him. And it's a weird part because you're doing a basic mission where you're like retrieving something from some mules. It's like you're getting a camera or a photograph.
I remember there's
like
also a stranded...
Like a film canister for someone or something like that.
God, I think I remember this. I know the part of the game you're talking about. That's a tough
And it's
portion of
just
that
like,
game.
you're in like kind of like the foothills, and there's like these nice, beautiful streams of rivers going along, and you're trekking along them. You get the film canister, and you're like, all right, time to head back to like the survival or survivalist or whatever. And then that music plays, and you're like, and Sam says something like, "Miss you, BB."
Oh!
Like, oh, right. I'm, like, really alone now. Even though you don't feel it, maybe, when BB's with you, you still feel alone. It's like, oh, this is, like, doubled down on the, like, loneliness factor. And the song St. Eric's Plan by fucking Low Roar plays.
Yes, I know this one well.
That was my favorite track in the game. So we can let her rip.
All right.
Bury your head. How can you sleep? Well, the man that you loved burns at the stake. And now it's clear that your words were fickle and fake. And each day you take you further away. And if I saw you right now, I'm not sure.
Man, I was just telling Chris, like, it's freakish that, like, there could be no more perfect band to be so featured in that game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how long Kojima had known about it, or if it was something, you know, preceding Death Stranding that, like, he knew he had to use, but it almost feels like the game is crafted.
Well, it's
for
perfect because I would say Death Stranding is kind of another genre.
Yeah.
And so is some of their music. Like singer-songwriter nether genre.
It's very
but still
indie, to...
Yeah. But it fits within like the melancholy vision.
Yes. And like Chris was just saying as we listened off air, the death of the front man, not being able to see the success of these games and the impact his music made is just, it just adds to that layer of sorrow associated with the project. And holy shit, man. God. I have to get the vinyl. I have to. I don't think my dad would care for it, but it probably sounded really nice.
It's going to be something you have to sell him on, and he's just going to be like...
He's just going to fall asleep, like, immediately.
Like, sit him down for 20 minutes, like, Dad, this is the context, but...
No, there's no way you can impart that.
No.
But, excellent Death Stranding pick. Christ. Everything they did in that game is great.
Yeah.
I think. Anyway, I gotta move on to my picks. Have you ever heard of a band called Drug Church?
I don't think so.
Drug Church is neat, and I think they're right up your alley.
Okay.
You know, I miss the sort of, like, spirit of hardcore. And, like, there's just an ethos to hardcore music.
Yeah.
Like, I can't really explain it, but I'm also very sick of, like, looking for a job, which I haven't done. And this just reminds me of, like, the woes of just jobs, shitty dead-end jobs. And I want to find a lyric video for this. This is the main video, but I need you to have some lyrics.
Sure.
So here's Drug Church. They're kind of I call them a classical post-hardcore band.
Are they, like, is this newish or what?
No, this is 7 years old.
Oh, okay.
But they're still around.
Yeah. Listen to a like Sirius XM radio station called Faction.
I thought you were say Howard Stern Central.
No. It was called Faction. I think it was on channel 41. I don't know if they're still around. Be interesting to look it up. But they were known as action sports music, like skateboarding music, like Tony Hawk. So they play a lot of like post punk or like early punk stuff. Like they play like Black Flag. They play like Pennywise, trying to think like, you know, stuff like that.
Names in years.
Bad Religion too, of course.
Oh,
things like that.
Yeah.
Pennywise, yeah, like Bro Anthem, right? But that reminded me of something you'd hear on that, where it's like, this feels like a forgotten band of like 1998.
I can see
The
that.
mix of it sounds like a late 90s post punk, or even early 2000s too. So I like that. A lot of modern production with music like that feels very mushy, and that's punchy. Yeah, so that's a good pick. I like that.
I just miss like.
I mean, it's juvenile, but I love it.
Just that.
But it's juvenile, written by people that are clearly in their 30s.
Yes, that sense of like being frustrated with a job, and also the punk sentiment of I should have started a chemical fire. Yeah. It's just like what's that kicking trash can music over, you know? And my only hang up about the song is I think they established that great simple riff.
They don't elaborate on it.
That should have come out one more time at the very end.
Sure, yeah.
Instead, it kind of just that should have been the final punch, and they fucked it up.
That's a fun pick, though.
It's still a lot of fun.
I like to drive to that.
And it just kind of reminds me a little bit of the situation I'm in. That whole line of like, what do you say? It's hard to get a job when you're bad at everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's just relatable and frustration with jobs, you know.
I'm all for acting like a fool when you're 30, so.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
I'll play the good part of my Death Stranding pick and kill it before it gets to the punch drum dumbassery, whatever you called it.
I know which one it is, but I appreciate the pretext. There's a reason, like, the music he picked matches up so well with the gameplay, because it's just...
It's soul-searching depression, man.
It's what I said earlier about the game. It's, like, bigger than the medium.
Yes.
But, like, to each his own, I guess. Some people are going to be like, this sucks. It's just a...
This is boring.
I'm pushing forward on the stick. It's nothing. But it's bigger than that. For me. Everyone's
the
going to
people
take
that
something
actually
different out of it.
get it.
It's a feeling... It's a feeling you get that only music can give you, I think. It's a similar vibe, similar, like, ethereal, overwhelming sense of emotion that you don't get from normal, like, sit in front of a TV and watch something.
Yeah. And I mean, like, the melody of the main vocal line is so haunting and so, like, wistful and searching and just, it's so sad, too. And when you just see, like, something as beautiful as your destination after a brutally long mission just on the horizon and the beautiful landscape of a video game realized Iceland, it's just, the emotion is so overwhelming. And like we said, even if you can't say why, it's just touching.
It's important to you.
Yeah, it's so important. It feels so real. And this is the one that I was almost moved to tears.
Yeah.
Just from, like, delivering packages. It's crazy. And there's so much meaning that only you, as a player, can take away. Yeah. And so, yeah, Silent Poets, Songs for the Feeling,
but
featuring
that's like,
Leela Adu.
It's
Great.
what I said earlier. That's the sign of an artistic piece. It's what you draw from it emotionally. It's not face value.
It's the interpretation and how you apply it to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when it becomes full and realized. And holy shit. To me, I mean, I know Low Roar defines Death Stranding's sound. But to me, this is Death Stranding music. This is the front, and like at the very front, just the sorrow. Man. So fucking cool.
Excellent.
I love these games.
Well, I guess that wraps it up, huh?
Yeah!
Alright.
Yeah!
Are you doing an Axl Rose thing?
Yeah! Have you heard him lately?
I haven't.
He sounds like, what's that character from Family Guy?
Well, he kind of sounds like Towley right now.
No, it's, Chris, we got some popsicles in the cellar.
Yeah, what's his... Is he just the pedophile character?
Herbert!
Herbert the pervert.
Yeah, Axl Rose now sounds like Herbert if you look up recent concert footage. It's sad.
Have you heard Elton John?
He just sings like it now, doesn't it?
Well, sort of. He used to have like a very high, like...
And he had fucking throat cancer.
Now he goes... Ah!
Hey man, if you have horrible throat cancer and you can turn it around, beat it, and still be out there performing, kudos. I don't care if you sound like fucking Scatman John.
Yeah. Isn't he like super like xenophobic also?
I don't know.
John, like for of all people. I don't know. Light a candle for me, bitch.
But I will say this. Who was it that thanked him for making AIDS?
Oh my god.
There was somebody, I think it was Biden or something? It was some high-ranking like official that was just like, I want to thank you for what you've done to AIDS.
Well, he is like an ambassador. Not for the disease,
Hold
but
on,
like
I gotta
fighting
read
it,
this.
right?
Elton, hold on.
Okay, the reason I brought up Elton John is because in O'Hare Airport there's a big billboard of him, and it says like, a night against AIDS. Like a night, like Sir Elton John.
Oh! It's just like a passing thing.
Just like one night you don't...
Somebody... Yeah, it was Biden. He awarded him the... I'll pass this time, YouTube.
That feeling when you
Yeah, I knew it was Biden.
And it hits. You don't know if you're...
It's my great honor, and I mean this sincerely, to present the National Humanities Medal to Sir Elton John.
Come on. We're on recording. Come on.
The President of the United States awards this national...
Hold on, I got a better idea. Biden AIDS gaff Elton John. Anyway, he was just like, thank you for what you've contributed to AIDS. What else can we say? What do we got? We're going out the door. We're leaving. We're going to watch some Return to Derry.
Double down. Thanks, Elton.
Thanks, Elton.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you for AIDS. Yeah!
Yep.
By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS, fight HIV/AIDS.